What's up, everyone? It's KK, and today I'm going to go over my top 5 weapons in Exfil zone. Alright, now pay attention here. Every single weapon is going to be in order, and the number one weapon is something a lot of people do not even talk about or would expect. So let's go ahead and lock in here. Alright, so let's talk about the criteria. So the reason for choosing these weapons is going to be based off of the price, their functionality, basically how well they can use close range, long range, how comfortable they are to use, the ammo types they use. It's not just going to be based off of this is the highest tier weapon and it shoots the highest tier ammo, so this is the best weapon. All right, it's going to be based off of a number of things, how accessible it is to the players, and so on. So let's go ahead and get right into this. All right, now coming in at number 5, we have the UMP 45. Now this is my current spec on it. This is something that I would kind of run when it comes to this weapon. Now the reason why the UMP 45 is so good right now specifically is just because these 45 ACP rounds are flying with crazy velocity and they're hitting at crazy ranges. All right, now this is something that's going to be changed most likely soon, which is why I have it at number 5. But other than that, it has very affordable ammo that's very good. It's AP. You can kit it out very nicely. You can get it at a very low tier, and it has such a low recoil. The UMP 45 is very nasty for early game. You can take off players so easily. You're not worried too much about having to control your aim, and it's just really good for all around gameplay just because that 45 ACP is going to allow you to tag players from across the map. All right, like if I'm just looking at this scav right here, let's go ahead and load this up. Oh, we got a different scav looking at us. Okay, I'm gonna take him out, but look at this one over here. If I aim directly at his head, hopefully my aim is good right now. It's just gonna take him out, and the bullet is gonna go exactly where I shot at because the velocity is just so disgusting. All right, so this weapon is definitely really good to be using right now, although it may be fixed soon and these AP rounds aren't going to be able to fly as far, but for now this is a very solid weapon. Alright, now coming out for our next weapon here, pulling out the mica device, we're looking at the M4 CQBR. Now this weapon is so standard, everybody gets it, early tier weapon, 5.56 weapon, one of my favorite ammo types personally, and I think this weapon is just perfect for all around gameplay. Alright, you get it at such an early tier, it just smacks players close range, long range, it has a very good firing rate, and it's something that's very easily accessible to a lot of players. Alright, one thing about this game is that the gun doesn't really matter too much, it's more about just making sure you have some decent ammo in that gun. Alright, now although you can work with any ammo and make it work out well, especially with this gun because you can actually get 60 round drum mags too, which is very good for a weapon. All right, weapons that don't have drum mags, it's kind of hard as a solo player to take out teams. When you're only relying on 30 round clips, you spray one player, you're not going to have enough for the next one. So weapons like this that also have that feature of having a 60 round drum mag is going to help a lot. So just in general, this gun right here is absolutely disgusting. Now this is a kind of a setup that I would run with the weapon, although you can pretty much do anything. With this weapon, I would probably only just run a hollow sight sometimes, although I don't recommend that just because you want to be versatile, you want to have hollow and a variable scope or something of the sort, whatever's comfortable for you. But other than that, M4 CQBR definitely one of the top weapons in the game, coming at the number 4 spot. Right, now coming in at number 3 here, the next weapon we have is the G3. Now the G3 is just absolutely disgusting. I believe it's only about 27,000 to buy, and it shoots 7.6251, meaning you can put M61 in it. Really good ammo, and you can get it so early in the game. All right, this gun is just absolutely disgusting. Very high firing power. Now this is a weapon that I always would just put over any of the higher tier 7.62 weapons because you can just use this. Like there is like the Seca 17 7.62, but it's like, why would I get that if I can literally just use this, much cheaper, more affordable for my kit, and it just smacks just as hard. G3 is absolutely just a powerhouse. If you haven't used it, definitely try it. Only thing that it doesn't have is a foregrip here, but there's no problem with the recoil. This weapon is very easy to control. You'll have no problem with it. Go ahead and try it out if you haven't. This weapon is a game changer for sure. All right, now coming in at the number 2 weapon here, we have the RC416. Now this weapon is just godlike. All right, this weapon has a super high fire rate. It does take a while to get, but this weapon just absolutely shreds in all scenarios, long range, close range. Another 5.56 weapon. It doesn't have the best recoil control compared to other weapons, but if you get some decent attachments on it, it'll be completely fine for you. This weapon right here is just perfect. All right, this weapon will always get the job done. You put some decent ammo in it and it's always gonna work out. This weapon is always comfortable. It's one of those weapons I bring into the raid, and I know whoever I come across, I'm always gonna have a chance to win the fight. You know, it's not like, ooh, you know, they're sitting at this range, I can't really take that on, or oh, I know they have this kind of kit, this weapon's not gonna work. No, this weapon right here is going to work all the time. The RC416, I'm sure we've all tried it. All right, now for the number 1 weapon that I think is just amazing, blows all these weapons out the water, we are pulling out the Seca 16556. Now first thing, I just want to point out this recoil stats here. 56 vertical recoil and 72 horizontal recoil. Now this is obviously with some good attachments, and of course you're going to have these because this is a tier 4 weapon. All right, this gun right here is absolutely disgusting. Put some good ammo in it, you're going to be lasering players with this weapon, and it's so comfortable. All the Seca weapons in this game feel so good, especially if you're a gun stock player. This weapon just always feels so nice, and controlling the recoil is just nothing. Now if you know with the gun stock, it's a little harder to control recoil because you can't pull down that front, you know, end of the barrel so much, but when it comes to this gun, it's just disgusting. Like, look at that. I just laugh every time because it's like, bro, it's not even funny for an assault rifle to have these kind of stats. Like, it's just, I can't even fathom it, bro. Put some M993 in here, you're smacking everybody, especially close range. Long range too, it does it all. I'm telling you, if you haven't used this weapon, or if you've been using, you know, the other variants of the Seca 16, 17, whatever, go ahead and try the 16, the 5.56 version. This weapon is just godlike. I'm telling you. That's it. This is it right here, number 1 for me personally. But if you like this video in any way, go ahead, hit the like button, go ahead, hit the comment section, tell me what weapons you like in the game, what weapon you personally think is the best. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content, and I'll catch you guys later.